Welcome to Mission Sonlight, first quarter 2025, from the Media Missionaries of Network 7 Media Center in the Northern Asia Pacific Division of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Some of the countries located within this region's borders include North and South Korea, Japan, Mongolia, China, and Taiwan. To much of the world at a casual glance, the people of this division look alike and sound alike. However, they are as different as are their landscapes and geography. Some of the most populated cities in the world are found here. Tokyo, Japan is the largest metropolitan area in the world with nearly 40 million residents. More people in Hong Kong live or work above the 14th floor than anywhere else on Earth, making it the world's most vertical city. Additionally, one of the world's oldest civilizations, with nearly 4,000 years of continuous history, is found within the borders of the People's Republic of China. The ancient history of the continent brings tradition that intersects deeply into early historical truths, that is, the truth as it is in Jesus. The early work of the Adventist Church began at different times within this region. In 1890, missionary Stephen Haskell made a world tour to discover the needs of various countries. His travels took him to Western Europe, Southern Africa, India, China, and Japan. While in Japan, Haskell wrote the following report, which was published in the August 26, 1890 issue of the Review and Herald. We baptized one man in Japan. There are others there who are interested, and we learned that the Sabbath question has been discussed among the Japanese and that there are some of them keeping the Sabbath. The first Seventh-day Adventist missionaries sent to Japan were W.C. Granger and T.H. Okahira in November 1896. They began their work by opening the Sheba Bible School, where 60 young men initially attended the first classes. Among those students was Hyde Kuniya, the first Japanese to be baptized as a Seventh-day Adventist. He later became a pioneer minister to his people. The Sheba Bible School exists today under the name Siniku Gaikuin College. Other missionaries who are connected with the work of the church in this area of the world are many and include Abraham LaRue and his ministry in Hong Kong, Mr. and Mrs. J. Anderson, Ida Thompson, Mr. and Mrs. Edwin Wilbur, Dr. and Mrs. Harry Miller in China, T.S. Yang in Taiwan, and Otto Christensen in Mongolia. Many of these missionaries faced difficulties and isolation that are hard for us to imagine today. There wasn't the instant communication of email and text messaging. Some faced the dangers of war and imprisonment. Imagine the joy they would feel if they could know that because of their labors, there are thousands of known Seventh-day Adventist meetings each week and continuing to carry on their work. This quarter, 5 projects are dotted across this northern and Central Asia landscape. A children's recreation center located in the Mongolian capital of Ulaanbaatar, growth planned in Taiwan Adventist elementary schools, a special shelter to support single mothers in Ansan, South Korea, a gym and missionary training center at Hankook Samyuk Academy in nearby Seoul, South Korea, and a monumental after-school project covering 14 schools in Japan. As you can hear from these short project titles, the mission of the Adventist Church in Northern Asia is wholeheartedly focused on youth and young adults, not the church of tomorrow, but the church of today. Following the biblical command of ministering to the stranger within their midst, church leadership has chosen to create a support center for single mothers here in the Seoul suburb Ansan.
There is a need. Mothers need support in various ways. We provide resources to meet those needs.
In addition, leaders are planning to expand the social experiences of youth at one of the Adventist academies here in Seoul.
When kids grow and participate socially, they are also open to avenues of spiritual growth. We will provide a safe place for them to grow in both.
In the early days of the establishment of mission work in the work in China, church members sacrificed much to meet the needs of their brothers and sisters in Christ. In 1904, the General Conference received a letter from the Peterson family in Wisconsin. Enclosed with the letter was a sacrificial offering for the China work. The letter stated the following: "Last Sabbath, when reading the Review and Herald, we became much impressed by the stirring appeal from China. God has blessed us, and by hard work and economy, we have saved up just $1,000, which we have decided to give to this needy mission field. This is about all we own in this world, but we feel assured that God will provide the necessities for us as long as we are to stay here. So we give it cheerfully and hope and pray that much good may come out of it." Today, that US $1,000 would be equivalent to about $36,000. There are hearts and souls that need to experience the healing power of the love of Jesus. Are you ready to trust Jesus with your physical needs and sacrifice like the Peterson family did 121 years ago? What will you, your family, your church give this 13th Sabbath for the children and families impacted by this quarter's 13th Sabbath Overflow Offering for the Northern Asia Pacific Division on Sabbath, March 29th, 2025? Whatever you prayerfully choose to give, remember we may all give our prayer time as the Spirit leads, looking forward to a finished work. From the media missionaries of Network 7 Media Center, this is Mission Sonlight into all the world.